So I accidentally just deleted November 1st's reading. I thought I was moving it out of a playlist, and I guess it totally deleted the video. I don't have it. So, there's nothing I can do. It's gone. So I feel like when something that big happens, I thought I just deleted it out of the playlist and just couldn't find it afterwards. So perhaps there has been a big change on energy since the first. Perhaps that reading got out to where it needed to go, and now something else is coming through, but I feel like I need to do a filler. So I'm going to do a filler reading for November 1st, even though this is going back into the past a little bit. But I feel like, you know, time's a weird thing. So maybe there's some new energy that's coming through from something that happened on the 1st. Maybe this is now going to, like, clarify something, or I don't know, be received by a different audience. I'm not really sure, but I feel like I should do a little filler reading. So this is going to be for November 1st, or energies because of November 1st moving forward. Let's begin. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everyone involved, so we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding that wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links below. See if there's more clarity for this reading for you in those links, and show your love and support to the artists and musicians. Let's begin and see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the beginning of November. Energies around the 1st, for the 1st, because of the 1st, out of the 1st, changing the 1st. I feel like if there's a change somewhere, so maybe something's going to happen where something just changes and you have to do something again, or go back to something that you tried one way and do it a different way, or you have to redo something. Let's get one card. Let's see what the energy is. It needs to get out there for wisdom for all of us. The highest, greatest good of all. November 1st. And that's, well, that's the Knight of Cups. So this is learning to ride your emotions, really wanting to feel something. I feel like you're setting something free is what I'm getting. I feel like she had all these little fish in her dress, and they were stuck somewhere. Like she saw them in the fish tank. Maybe that's Pisces. That makes me think of a bit, but it could be a Cancer or a Scorpio. I'm getting a feminine energy, but with the Knight, it's usually a masculine energy, but either way, it's caring energy, loving energy, beautiful energy, and doing something about what they love, doing something because of how they feel, doing something because of what, you know, drives them emotionally. So I feel like she had like an emotional escape. He had an emotional escape here, or there's something that needs to escape to come out of the tank. I feel like she took these fish here out of the tank and like just calmly walked away with them in her, you know, in her skirt, you know, walked to the ocean, walked to the lake, walked to the stream, walked to the river, and set them free. You know, means well, wants to do something, like doing something about how she feels. I hear fish in the sea. So maybe going, I don't know, like releasing fish in the sea. That's kind of different. Let's get more clarity on that. Let's go to the FALLIN Tarot and get a card to clarify. The Knight of Cups, something needing to be released, to let go of something. Let your emotions go. Let something feel free instead of having it trapped. Maybe it was trapped before, somebody else around you, if this is somebody around you. This is like, you know, somebody doing something for, like, I hear like honor and glory, but because they really love it, because they stand for it, not because it draws their heart, their heartstrings. They're passionate, but they really feel something. They feel they have to do it, no matter why, no matter, you know, what goes on around them or how silly it is. You know, they feel they have to. So somebody is feeling they have to release something, feel free, set something free, set their emotions free, experience something, step into the water. Love what they're doing. Vincenzo agreed with that one. Let's get another card. And that's Justice. So, I feel like you're trying to make things right. I feel like this person thought that, or believes that whatever they're doing from their heart is justified. It's real. It needs to happen. There needs to be some kind of emotional balance here. Or maybe there wasn't a balance between their head and their heart. And you have to feel something emotionally to bring this balance back in. There's the feather in the heart here. And she's all about the heart. He's all about the heart. Not so much the thinking. So this makes me think of a Libra too. And I see the moons, like between the new moons. Maybe it's happening in the next month. Maybe it's a month thing. Maybe it was starting on the 1st. Maybe there was too much energy going on around the 1st, you know, the 31st, the 1st, and now something's changed. I see the sun on the sword, and it makes me think of truth. Speaking your truth, laying the truth down, the truth coming to light, dealing with the hand you are dealt and how you deal with it to find balance no matter what it is. Let's get a card from the Steampunk Tarot on number 11, Justice. Making something right, something coming into like, I hear serving something, and when I see this, I sort of see like a tray, so maybe there's your justice is being served, or there's something that's going to be received on your plate that was empty before, or you were trying to deliver, you know, equality or something, but you actually had an empty plate because you were missing the emotions, or you weren't thinking clearly because of emotions. Let's get more clarity on Justice, number 11, and the Knight of Cups. 8 of Wands. So there's a lot of information. There's a lot of energy coming around because this keeps coming up. And this is energy, information, talking, communication, hitting that. Look at this card. I mean, he has like a cannon. It looks like a Lego block. It looks like the reading I did for the 3rd. So ready to build something, or I mean, I know they're like cannons or something, but it feels like something you're building, or like a battery. I'm getting that battery, like, you know, the 9-volt thing, or something like that, or like a big battery for a flashlight. That's what I see. But once you hit this lever, once you go here and that's off, all this different information is out there. Wherever it goes, it goes. You know, they're all well, no, there's. It's interesting. I feel like these two energies are the same. These two energies are the same. these two energies are the same, and there's one. There's this green one of growth. There's one that's different. 2, 4, 6. There's balance in 3 different areas, but there's one that's different. That's one that's going somewhere, that needs to go somewhere, that needs to bring growth in order to bring the stability. That's what I'm getting with this. So sending this out, like, I don't know, like maybe 3 different ideas, you know, that you're good, that you're balanced with. You got it going. Hi, Vinny. That you got it going on between the head and the heart. You know, you're sending that out, but there's one thing different. Hi. How are you? You jumping down, hanging out? Hanging out? Let's get a card from the Fairy Tarot. Come here. Come on. You can come here if you want. Let's get one more card for the 8 of Wands. Hey, Vinny. That one. And that's the 5 of Winter. So, financial burdens, walking away from something that was cold, feeling cold in a situation, not receiving help when you need it, not recognizing help when you need it. I mean, this is walking away from things that aren't good for you. Maybe they didn't involve, maybe your heart wasn't involved before, or your heart was involved for you, with you, but it wasn't healthy. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. So you're putting effort. Hold on. Sorry, Vincenzo was chewing on something. You want to come here, honey? Come on. Come on. All right, he doesn't want to come, but he wants to walk on the floor. He wants to play with the cards. All right, let's continue. This is knowing something around you isn't just to, isn't healthy, isn't, it's like being around associates that aren't good for you, being around energy that's not good for you, an environment that you don't merge with, that you don't groove with, that's not good for you and you know it. And you're wasting your energy there. It's leaving you out in the cold. It's not being recognized for your efforts. You know, it's like somebody else, I hear somebody else taking the, like somebody else taking the credit, something like that, and they're walking away with the credit on something and you put credit in there. Maybe that's you walking away. That's that one. You need growth somewhere else, not where you were. It's not where you are. It's somewhere different that you love. Hold on. Hi, I apologize. Usually when Vincenzo jumps off of his cage and on the floor, it means we're going to have a little chasing session around the house. So I needed to put him in his cage. So this is something that you got into that you did maybe for the right reasons, but you found out when you were there that the people around you were shitty, you know, or your situation wasn't good and you need to get out of it, or you've decided to get out of it, or you know you need to. I feel like you're walking away with, it looks a little like a snowball, but the first thing I saw was an apple that's covered by snow, and you're taking like knowledge, you're taking wisdom, you're taking like, yeah, like you're taking everything with, I heard 5 senses with you, and you're walking in spirit. Oh, it is a snowball. There's a whole thing here you were building. You're taking that top one with you. You're taking something with you and leaving. You know, there's something here you build. You know, but maybe why are these two together and you're not there? You're left out in the cold. Maybe you all did this together and they're just going to go along their way and leave you alone. Or you're realizing that this is not worth it. Whatever this is not worth your time. You know, you're still out in the cold. You didn't really accomplish much. You can accomplish more on your own, or something more spiritual on your own. Something there's warmer environment for you somewhere else. The 5 brings change. So even here, you know, you're letting something go. You're letting go something you thought you wanted, you thought you were into, you thought it was good for you, and now you have to change your mind. Maybe this changes everything, or there's something big that happened that you found out, you know, that was that button. And all of this information came to you, and this one thing you're taking along with you and going. You know, the nugget of wisdom, that one connection. the one thing that drives you forward with your spirit, that causes growth. You know, I feel like she's even holding one there or keeping one close. But if there's an imbalance between what you love to do and what you're thinking about doing, or you found out there's an imbalance where you are, you're not going to have balance. You're not going to have growth. You're not going to, you know, it's going to feel like you're just letting all your, you know, everything that you desire, everything you want out every day, or just letting it all go because you're not bringing anything in you really like, or you're not being appreciated, or there's something cold here. So, let's go to the Oracle. Get another card. Curiosity. So it takes being curious to leave about something. You have to notice what you're curious about. You know, there's a way to approach this situation. I also feel like you're protecting something, like you need to protect something valuable here. It's a 29. It also brings us to an 11, which is the Justice. So maybe you were curious about something that was private, or somebody else was curious about something private that was yours, and instead of, you know, closing those doors, you know, somebody peeked in or came in the wrong way. I feel like the nose is like Pinocchio, like you were pointing towards something, like there was somebody nosy. I feel like there was somebody nosy. Maybe you're around people who are nosy and that's not good for you. And you thought you could be open with them, but you really can't. So you need to leave. Or maybe this is you curious about something, you know, healthy curiosity, but there's a better way to do it, you know, than to, you know, that has balance rather than just going full force in here and, you know, letting it all out kind of thing. Maybe there's a better way. You know, or maybe you have healthy curiosity about something, you know, totally different. Or maybe you were curious about the environment you were in, but didn't know what you were getting into. I just see children's toys, like immaturity. I see immaturity here. And then somebody just not understanding, like just getting wrapped up in immaturity. So let's pull one more card for the first on of November on curiosity. 5 of Winter. I don't know why I was thinking when I saw the 5 of Winter at first, in my head I saw the 5 of Pentacles because of all the snow. So maybe it has to do with money and emotions. You know, maybe you're doing something that, you know, brings money in, but not something you love. You know, you feel like you're just wasting something. One more card for the first. Oh, and that's the Magician. So this is actually having everything on your table to do what you need to do. It could be the Trickster sometimes. Sometimes, I mean, the Magician is the illusionist, so sometimes it could be something like, you know, something pulled out before your eyes and you didn't notice it, you know, and now you notice it and you need to walk away. But I think for most of us, the Magician is that new start. It's recognizing your talents, what you have around you to work with that you can do. I feel like it's always something in your surroundings, like tangible, touchable, you can put together and create to move forward. You have to take a chance. You have to move. You have to make action. You have to put your emotion in there and add some effort together. So you have to use everything. You have to use your logic. You have to think about everything you can possibly use. Every idea that comes to you, try it. You know, everything that goes wrong, learn from it and put it together a different way until it works. But the Magician is making something work for you. You thinking about what you actually want and making it happen, putting your love into what you want and having that come about. I feel like as you walk around here, these flowers are blooming around you. when you're tapping and having everything merge inside of you, what you love to do, all your chakras, your energetic field, you know, you're making magic here. It's something you want to do, not something you're not into or not getting recognized for. You're the I am here. It's the one. I mean, it's moving. It's starting. It's going. It's happening. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. You know, maybe you learned more here about what doesn't work. So now you know, so you don't do it again. So now you know what didn't work. Don't get stuck here. Move forward. Take those skills, take those lessons, take that value and move on. And walk away. Walk away from something if these people don't have values like you, I would say. Maybe it comes down to values, integrity. And maybe maybe you thought it was like a job or something that had value, but you found out it wasn't for you. You'd rather do something like on your own, a home business, or add something you love, something you make into the mix. Like, this could also be a relationship that wasn't good for you. You know, you're taken advantage of, and you're ready to just do things your way on your own. You know, how you really feel about something. I feel like if that's the case, this justice thing comes to light against those people, not you. Against whatever happened eventually down the road, and you don't need to worry about it. You need to just move away from it. Don't worry about what they went through or if they'll get it back or whatever. It's, you know, if these people are acting without integrity, then they're creating their own action, reaction to whatever happens. And it's best to not get tangled up in their action, reaction. If that doesn't, you know, pertain to you, just move away from it and cause your own action, reaction that brings beautiful things back. Like the magician, thinking out beautiful things. So that comes back to you. Maybe this situation's holding you down a bit, you know? Justice is you taking yourself out of that situation and doing what's good for you. You know, maybe you thought it was before and now you know it's not. So staying there is not just. Leaving is. And that's the dreamer. That's the fool. Leap of faith. Trust. That's trusting that this is right. You have the 0 and the 1. Being at that 0 point where you don't know what to do, but you just have to. You just have to make a move. You know, you're balanced here, but you're balanced because you're still almost tapping into that ether, dreamland, the spiritual realm still. You're so new at it that you're still sort of a part of it. And you're really new at being here. So you still don't really have like all that hurt, all the things. It's like beginner's luck. You don't really know what can go wrong yet because you haven't really gone through it yet. So you usually have like an easier way to do it because you figure out something different. Your true, authentic self here. It's like your divine purpose is coming forward. You know, it's your path. You're moving. You know, maybe what you thought was your path before here, you're coming here and you're coming together with the Fool. And you're finding out your actual path is maybe not the traditional way. Maybe not the way you thought you'd be or where you thought you'd be right now. Maybe it is a leap of faith. Maybe it's something totally different. But you know it's not that direction anymore. And that's a good start. You know at least it's this direction where you're holding your heart and your mind together, where you feel good. You feel like this is the better way for you, even if you don't know what's down there. With all the skills the magician has, you know, going this way as the Fool, you're going to be good. It's like you have the leap of faith, those qualities of the Fool that help the Fool run into situations and people and things that bring the Fool right where he needs to be because he didn't expect something to happen. And having like enough, I want to say enough experience here that you actually can use all your experience to your advantage as the Fool when you move forward. I hope that made sense. Like The Fool isn't really aware of all the tools yet. You know, he or she hasn't really played around with it yet. They just have them all in the bag and they're ready to go. But coming out as the Magician first, you know what to do with those tools. You just have to act like the Fool and then bring them out when you need so that you're going a different direction. I hope this was helpful. I love you guys and I'll see you soon. Bye.